been a week of Mondays, but the weekend's here. Dust on my boots and a smile with my beer. Neon's humming low, everyone knows our name. Same old bar stools, but it never feels the same. We raise a glass to the miles we've made, to the stories told and the dues we paid. Amber light in a crystal glow, a little burn in a heart that knows. On the Bourbon Road, where the good times roll, passing bottles like a piece of soul. Every pour's a memory, every sip a spark, lighting up the night in the Kentucky dark. Ain't no man, just the ties we've sown on the long winding Bourbon Road.
Welcome back, listeners and longtime roadies. It's Todd and Jim again, sitting in the corner Rick House in Frankfort, Kentucky. We got a guest with us today. Who do we have, Todd?
We've got Drew Hannush back. He's in town doing some work on some things, which we'll let him talk about. And we had a big night last night that we'll also talk about. So, Drew, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Now, I haven't counted. Have you counted? Is it his turn?
I meant to.
I believe this is 6.
Oh, I was we're overdue. We're overdue.
Well, I think he brought us in last time. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right. So we're good.
So
we've
if it gets to like 100, I don't know. We'll have to come up with something new, or I don't know.
I'm going to want a paycheck.
That's right. Right. Put you on the payroll.
Yeah.
We've got some great bottles today. You've put together a lineup for us. So the tasting mat has 4 whiskeys on it today.
It does.
And why don't you tell everybody what's coming up first here?
All right. So our first pour, and we were lucky enough to get this bottle last night at this event we were at, which we'll discuss here in a little bit. And this is the W.H. McBrayer 250th Special Edition. It's a limited release Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey featuring only 1,776 bottles. It's always cool when they do something like that. It does have an MSRP of $100. It was released on June 5th. It has a proof of 105. It's a blend of 11 barrels aged 5 to 7 years. And of course, it's using their Bloody Butcher corn mash bill, which is 88.4% Bloody Butcher, 5.8% Heritage Rye, and 5.8% Malted Barley.
Okay. So the box is fantastic.
Yeah, very American.
Well done. Yeah, definitely. And I sit here and I'm looking on the box of this picture of Judge McBrayer, and I'm thinking, man, it was amazing how they brought him to life last night in that movie, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. So
adjusting his coat.
Right. So last night we went to our good friend Bo Cumberland's event where they showed the new Spirit of Lawrenceburg, right?
Yep.
Documentary, and it was, I guess it started about 4:00, and I mean, we didn't get out of there till like 10:30. It was a lot of chats. Drew and I both interviewed. Well, you interviewed the director, and I guess Jerry was the
co-producer.
Jerry was the gaff or the gripper, something like that.
He's more of a producer,
yeah,
right?
And he was in it a lot.
He was in it a lot.
Yeah.
He was.
But it was a really fun event. It was a nice night.
Yeah, one of the things I told Bo after the event, we had a chance to talk for a few minutes, and one of the things that I noticed about his documentary is it had my attention 100% of the time, every scene all the way through. I never felt like it was dragging at all. Like they spent too much time on one subject. It felt like the flow was great. And there's another historical documentary guy who's very similar to that, who we call Bo sometimes, the Kentucky's version of
Ken Burns.
Burns. So, and so Bo has that knack. He has that knack of putting together something that just keeps your attention for the full, I think it was an hour and 15 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, what was interesting about it too is when you're at an event like that and you're watching a documentary that's about the area, and then as we were introducing, people were putting up their hands to say which families of these distilling families they were part of, that these were their ancestors. Right. And it's like, you start to get a real feel for there's more going on that screen than just somebody kind of going through and telling you about distilleries and that these are real people and this was a real history.
But the whiskey we're tasting first, this McBrayer 250th, Judge McBrayer played a huge role,
right?
Both in the documentary, but of course in the Lawrenceburg history of bourbon making. So
I thought it was perfect to start with that after last night's event. And like I said, Bill Jr. and Bill Sr. were both in attendance, and Bill their wives, and they were kind enough to give us a bottle to review. So that was perfect. There were a lot of, I guess, luminaries in the bourbon world. Cave Zamanian.
Yep.
That's the way.
Yeah.
He's like you. Most people say it, so it's like Zamagnan. It's like Zamagnan, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
His co-author, who I actually interviewed, Eric Goodman, was there.
Yep.
Lisa Wicker from Whiskey
You caught
Thief.
me off guard. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you're right. I thought you'd be like, that steel trap of mine. You couldn't remember that.
It's
been a while, though.
That steel trap is rusty.
And then a couple other like YouTubers, I believe, Bourbon
Bo
Ball.
Garrett. I missed his
Bo
from
Garrett
Wild
was there,
Turkey.
yes. Bourbon Balls. Greg
Keeley
was there from Larrikin. So it was just a really fun event. And but
and got to tour the Dowling House.
Yeah,
too.
the Dowling House.
Yeah.
What a gorgeous place.
And Drew Hannush was there.
Yeah, that's right.
Doing the story of Four Roses,
which was
right
fantastic.
off the cuff. Yeah.
Wow, that was amazing. I really enjoyed that. Okay, well let's refocus here. Let's talk about the whiskey at hand.
That's right.
This is the W.H. McBrayer 250th celebration bottle. Would you say 105 proof?
105 proof.
This is the low proof of the night.
Our range is really tight tonight, though.
Okay.
105 to, I think, 109.6.
Special edition, 11,776 bottles. So, I mean, that's a reasonable number of bottles.
Nice mix of rye and oak on the nose.
Get some nice, like, stone fruits, too, though. Like a little bit of
I'm getting
pear, apple.
I am getting like a very nice grain note to it, but it's a well-aged grain note. What was the age on this?
Aged 5 to 7.
5 to 7. Okay.
11. It was 11 barrels, aged 5 to 7. I'm trying to think if they have run out of like the distillate they got at Wilderness Trail, because I think they're one of those that no longer
does sourcing.
They source. Well, actually, it was their mash bill, but it was distilled at Wilderness Trail, and then Campari bought them. So I think some of those.
Okay.
You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Because I think they may be getting their stuff distilled.
You trying to
Bardstown.
detect which distillery it came from?
Well, there's a little bit of a Bardstown vibe to it now. I do know they source from there too, and that's where they've kind of moved to. But
there's a little bit of just a light mint note to it.
All right, ready to sip?
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, that's nice. It's a full palate experience.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of those that does the low entry proof too. So at 105, there's probably not a whole lot of water added to that. Maybe even.
I mean, it's sticking to my palate. It's holding on. It's not dissipating real fast.
It's probably more sweet up front, but kind of dries out.
It does dry out a little bit.
Yeah. It's like that rye note kind of pulls in with the little bit of the char from the oak.
Yeah, and the oak kind of sticks around on the back of the palate a little bit. It's
a little cinnamon. Yep.
It's nice.
It is nice. Fruits are still there. Not getting that earthy vibe I sometimes get with bloody butcher corn sometimes. Like a little earthy and herbaceous kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mushroomy.
Something sometimes. Yeah. So, we'd like to say they flew you in for the special event, in a private jet or something like that. But,
I flew myself in
it just kind of
on my own private car.
Right. It just kind of worked out well because you're here And you're getting ready to do some serious diving this coming week.
Yes.
Want to tell the folks what that's about?
Yeah. So I did this crazy thing about 4 years ago, writing the lost history of Tennessee whiskey. And while writing the lost history of Tennessee whiskey, I started having opinions about bourbon, and I was trying to figure out how to talk about it from a historical standpoint, from apples to apples, the 1820s, 1830s, 1840s. And I started to realize that there really isn't a lot written about that time period in bourbon's history. It kind of gets bounced over, and then everything comes after the Civil War. So I had just done the research for the Chicken Cock brand, and I knew that came out of Paris, Kentucky, Bourbon County, and was interested to find that there were more distilling names in that county than I anticipated there would be, because the myth has been kind of built up that there was this big county called Bourbon County. It was a fifth of the state, and that people had a connection in all the counties that got carved out of it, that they kept calling things, this was old bourbon. This was old bourbon. And when you look at the actual timeline, you find that it was only a fifth of the state for about 2 years. And then it got sliced up into a much smaller piece, which 2 years later got sliced up into what is now Bourbon County. So, the whole idea that people were reminiscing for this old place called Bourbon County when it really wasn't there that long, didn't make a lot of sense to me. And as I started digging in a little bit more, and I've been doing this for about 2 years, digging through newspapers, digging through, the Western Citizen is the second oldest newspaper in the state. It came after the Kentucky Gazette. It was 1811, I think was the year it was founded. And I was digging through those newspapers in that office because they still have those old 1800s newspapers. And what a shock to open up a page and look in an early 1800s and see bourbon whiskey written in 1821. And I realize I'm looking at the ad that everybody touts as the first mention of bourbon whiskey sitting on this page right in front of me. So I keep digging and digging, and there was actually very meticulous updates on what was going on in the bourbon industry or in Bourbon County with all of the different distillers. There's tons of information after the Civil War and a little bit before the Civil War. So I just started collecting all that information, and I kept thinking one of these days I need to write a book about the history of bourbon and really focus on two things: the origin of the name and also its ties to Bourbon County. And so this week, I will be basically interviewing families, kind of what Bo did with Spirits of Lawrenceburg, and trying to get some of the stories that they have. I have all the research. I could write the book right now. But when you talk to people and you get some of this oral tradition, it can spark some new things for you to go investigate. And sometimes they have some fun stories that can be integrated in to make the book even more interesting. I mean, I'm already finding that I'm having to kind of chop things out. I'm releasing this actually on my podcast as I write it. So basically every other week, I will have another chapter that's put out as I'm writing it so that people can listen along. I'm doing this because I want other people who are history minded to listen. And if they can give me additional information that they go, wait, I'm not sure about that. Or I get in touch with the family later on that hears the podcast and goes, wait, I've got more of a story with that. Then once I actually finalize the book for print, it will be as complete as I can get it.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
That is really cool.
I have a question though. Do you bring your own like white gloves when you're doing this archival stuff? You're like, I've got my own.
Well, interesting story. I got a chance to go, in my third season, I believe it was, to go to George Washington's distillery and spent some time with Steve Bayshore, the distiller and miller there. And while I was there, I was also asked by one of the resident historians, would you like to see the original distillery books? And I said, they're here. And he said, yes. And yes, we can bring them up. And I'm like, okay, sure. Why not? I'm not going to turn that down. And so it took a little while. And then they took me into the library, and right in front of me are all the distillery ledgers, how much rye, how much grain, all hand signed by George Washington.
Wow.
At the top of each page. And I'm looking and I'm looking, saying, I'd love to turn the page. What do I do? You can turn the page, just do it gently. And I was like, wow. I mean, no gloves or anything. It was just but they don't let it. I mean, it's hidden basically in a storage area below where nobody's getting to it. Light's not getting to it. It's not really getting any chance for damage. But that was probably one of the coolest moments in my whole journey, being able to do that, because my dad worked on writing histories of presidential families. And so whenever I went in to talk to my dad, his library, he had a book for every president up on the wall, and you could just ask him about any president, and he would give you all sorts of details on who they were. And I just felt in that moment when I was turning that page, like my dad was right behind me, going, be careful.
I think I would break out in a bit of a sweat. Like,
yeah.
Could you do that for me? I'm a little nervous. I'm starting to sweat. And then your fingers would start sweating.
Yes. Yeah, definitely touching history.
Right.
So this 250th bottle was a great pour. Really enjoyed it.
I don't think I talked about the availability. And funny enough, I texted Bill before we're recording this, and he was kind enough to. He's such an awesome guy. Like, he replies like 5 minutes later. He said, "We are sold out online, but it is available in Northern Kentucky at Revival Vintage Spirits, which is the place where you can get dusty pours, and at Party Source up there." And he said that we are holding off other stores to bring it with us to Bourbon on the Bank. So they should have about 60 bottles to sell there at the event.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what's the price on it?
The MSRP was $100.
$100. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Good deal.
Yeah, it's really good.
Well, shall we move on down the road?
Yeah, let's move on down the road. So next up is the Hard Truth Double Oaked Sweet Mash Bourbon, which is very exciting. I've only had a few of their bourbon products since, they shocked the world with their 2 and 3 year old ryes there for a while. So this is a limited release. The proof is 106.1. And it undergoes a secondary aging for over a year in a second custom-char New American oak barrel. The mash bill is 73% corn, 19% rye, 8% malted barley, and only used 28 barrels, and the MSRP is about $60. Let's see, anything else?
Well, I'm going to have to get one of these for Melody.
Didn't give an age statement, but
so Melody is a Hard Truth fangirl.
Yeah.
She always tells me, go down to the bar and bring me up some of that sweet mash. Well, she doesn't realize that other people make sweet mash too.
Right.
Very few, though.
Very few. But from her perspective, sweet mash means hard truth. So
it's kind of like
good
Kleenex.
branding.
I was like, go grab a Kleenex.
Yeah.
Right?
And the other day she sent me down, and I came back with a little bit of a frown on my face saying we were completely out. I'm sorry. And she was disappointed. She was very disappointed.
Well, if you think about it, they're the only ones that put it in big letters right on the front of their bottle.
Right.
So.
And I was supposed to get up there and like talk to Brian and get some bottles, but this pour was sample was sent to us by our good friend Jeff Wack at Hello Again Whiskey Friends. But
Jeff seems to be coming through quite a bit lately.
Speaking of that, I want to give him a shout out because I sent him a bunch of our single or some of our pours that we've had recently. So he put them all in a box. He's got them, they have my handwritten labels on them, and he's literally doing like little blinds with them every day on his on their whiskey channel, Hello Again Whiskey Friends. So he's had a blast with it, and he obviously gives us a little publicity. He says, these were given to me by Todd at the Bourbon Road podcast. So I highly recommend folks go check those out because he's been trying a lot of the things we've tried in the past few months.
He's one of our supporting roadies too.
He is indeed.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. You guys went straight to the sip. We didn't even
I
notice.
did.
It's so enticing,
I got kind of lost.
I was getting a lot of herbal notes on the nose.
Wow.
It was mild.
Yeah. So the nose was a little subdued. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe, but the palate is.
It's very rich.
It's
I mean,
rich.
well, yeah,
It's a kicker.
yeah. There's a lot going on there.
It's got an
I was gonna say, it is a light nose. You expected that marshmallow thing
Yeah.
with the toasty, but not quite there. It's more just classic little like
but it does have a
caramel.
a punch of sweetness on the palate, but it's also very concentrated flavors.
Yeah. After taking a sip, it becomes very herbally on the nose. And I think the reason it sticks out so much is because it's kind of counter to that sweet note when you first get it on the palate.
That's some dark fruits there.
Yeah, it's really nice.
A little bit of graham cracker. Anyone?
I could see that. I get cola notes in it too, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a
little bit darker. I mean, it's like a really like a toasted granola or you said a graham cracker.
There you go.
I'd
Yeah.
go with a graham
I
cracker.
could see granola too, though.
Yep.
But
Just a hair of chocolate on that finish.
yeah,
a
but
little
there's
bit.
some chocolate in there.
Mhm.
Little
I mean, it's
dark chocolate bitter note
Yes.
at the end.
Yes.
I've been really enjoying some of that. Some of those granola bags of granola for cereals.
I was gonna say this is like a trail mix almost
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
with like the little chocolate chunks in there.
Yeah.
That's a really nice pour.
Wow, that's delicious.
But I was gonna say I was supposed to meet up with him. I was planning a trip up there. I was gonna take my folks and my kids and all that. And my mom started having some issues. She had knee replacement surgery and started having some issues, so we never could get up there.
The thing about this is it's double oak, but it's not overly oaky.
Mm-mm.
No,
There's a little spice at the end, but yeah.
it definitely captured the wood sugars of that second barrel, though. I mean, it definitely sweetened up a bit. I'm sure.
Mhm.
I mean, if we could drink the original whiskey, I think we'd find this to be a bit more sweet.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know what they did with the second barrel, like because I know they are big on like the whole wave charring and doing different things.
But they do that as alternatives. So like, so they have like Four Roses does the different recipes. Hard Truth does the different barrel treatments.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting. Have you been up there, Drew?
I did. I went up there, got the whole behind the scenes thing. That place is, it's Disneyland.
Yeah. Did you do the off the road tour there?
Yeah.
Wasn't that fun?
That was fun.
That was fun.
It'd be fun to do the moonshiner for a day thing too.
Yeah. Did you go out on the tiki boat?
I did not go on the tiki boat. I did see the world's smallest floating rick house, though.
Floating rick house, yeah. Had one barrel on it.
One barrel. Yes. I wonder what that barrel is going to go for.
Yeah.
Or how long it'll sit out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Or how much rocking actually happens on a pond.
A pretty still pond, yeah.
Yeah.
Occasional log might fall in
There
and
you
cause
go.
some ripples, maybe
It's
some
not like-
bass jump. And
It's not quite the Mississippi. If a squirrel jumps in the water, that's about as much wave as you're going to get.
that's right.
But the restaurant is a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
I like that
Well,
place.
and that amphitheater.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. I love that it's in the town of Nashville.
Yeah.
So it's got all these musical connections too. Yeah.
I feel like they may have gone to, Mills River in Asheville to the Sierra Nevada Brewery because I just went there recently and I was like, oh, this looks like Hard Truth, only
Yeah.
Sierra Nevada bigger, you know? That place is
That's
like
why you say Mills River. And it's like, that was one of the first places I historically researched. They used to run boats down Mills River. And if you ever look at Mills River, you would never know it because it looks like it's half empty. The boats that they ran down it kept beaching. So that didn't last long. But Mills River is right near where I grew up.
All right. Well, we're at a good spot here, don't you think?
Yeah, take a little break
Take a
and
little break.
come back and sip on two more.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back.
With an old bar tune. We argue notes, vanilla or smoke. but it's all just part of the bond.
All right, Roadies, we finally released our brand new website. We hope you get a chance to check it out at thebourbonroad.com. It is a total rewrite, remake, revamped. We've done it for you. We have all 500 or so episodes on there with all the details, searchable, all the show notes, everything. You can search by it. You want to go find out what we talked about on an episode way back when, you can do it. We've also got our tasting notes, our reviews of over 1,320 whiskeys. They're all on there. Todd and I's, our tasting notes, our rating for the whiskey. We even queue up the episode on the tasting notes to where we tasted it on the show. So as you're reading our tasting notes, you can play it and listen to us talk about it. So I think we're the only podcast that does that. That's pretty cool. So another thing we have on there is our blog articles. We've got over 250 blog articles on there. We're putting new ones out all the time. And the all-new Roadie Bar is now on the Bourbon Road website. So if you're a roadie, come on, sign up, get in there. We have a chat room. We've got a place where you can post what's going on in your bourbon world. We have a calendar of all the events that are coming up. We'll be posting in there our drawings. So as we're giving things away, you'll be able to come in there and sign up for the randomizer to get picked. You'll also be able to sign up on lists to come to something that we're sponsoring. Todd's got a great event that we're putting on in the fall, and everybody can come in and sign up for that. And we've also got coupons from our vendors for sort of percentages off on stuff. So definitely take the time to come to the website, check it out. We do want you to come in and sign up and join in. It's a lot of fun. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You're certainly welcome to donate if you want to, but it's free for all roadies. So come check it out.
All right, listeners, welcome back to the second half of the show. We're diving into some pours after a big night in Lawrenceburg. Our first pour that we actually got there at the event was the W.H. McBrayer 250th Special Edition. That is their Bloody Butcher corn recipe, and great start.
Yeah.
And we followed that up with the Hard Truth Double Oaked Bourbon, which that's the only other bourbons I'd had were like that. I think they had their 4-grain, I believe, and then a bottled and bond. And yeah, so that was kind of fun. That was a little different double oak, I thought, than most.
Yeah. I thought it was good. Yeah, it was really good.
And of course, we'll do our winter chicken dinner.
I got to start thinking about that.
That's right. But I think we're ready to move on to number 3. And this one's the curveball here. So this is the Bardstown Victoria Pineapple Barrel Finish. So it says, our newest barrel finish began thousands of miles from Kentucky in the Caribbean, where we sourced rum casks that once held premium rum aged with prized Victoria pineapple. Small, fragrant, and celebrated for its remarkable sweetness, the fruit left a lasting imprint deep within the wood. So they took those barrels and they filled them with a custom blend of 10 and 11-year-old straight bourbon and rye, and then actually added fresh pineapple to echo that same process that gave those original barrels their remarkable character. So yeah, drawing out the tropical flavors hidden deep within the wood.
Okay, so this is a finished American whiskey.
This is
Finished
a blend of straight whiskeys finished in rum barrels,
Okay.
oak staves, and pineapple.
with flavor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Says available only in Kentucky, and
Makes you wonder how heavy-handed, and I get the pineapple right away.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder how heavy-handed pineapple would be when adding actual juice to the
So
whiskey.
did they add juice to the whiskey?
I did pineapple itself.
Oh,
the
I thought that the barrel
so they
was...
dropped the pineapple in it.
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
Oh, interesting.
They did that before in another one, and we talked about
the honey. They
the honey.
poured honey into it.
All right.
Okay.
Gloves are off.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Danny's dropped the gloves.
All right.
So retails for about $140. This is a pricey guy.
And that's for $375?
It says actually a $750. This isn't a part of that smaller.
Okay.
If we like it, we're all going to go home and buy a pineapple and drop it in our whiskey.
I was gonna say this is screaming like just be like cocktails or something.
Like grilled pineapple.
Ooh.
It does. It's Very tropical.
Yeah, and it's sweet, and you almost want the coconut to come through, but it's not. So, but
yeah, burning the nostrils a little.
Yeah,
it's heating it up. It's like it's almost distracting me from the nose.
I don't. 106.1 is the proof. I don't think I mentioned that.
So we're staying in that tight band tonight.
Yep, tight band. It does say it's aged for 27 months in those rum barrels too.
Okay,
wow.
Originally, so
I get a toast note, but I don't necessarily get like the burnt sugar note.
No, it's like you said, it's all tropical to me too. Yeah.
This is a fun summer pour, right?
We're gonna see.
We'll see.
It is on the nose.
And
it's breaking all the rules.
An over ice drink for sure.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my goodness. That is way sweet.
Oh, wow.
It is. It is milky.
Yes.
For sure. It is. I'm not going to put it in Old Smoky territory, but it's like a reduced Old Smoky moonshine to me almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
This reminds me a little bit of the Green River honey. But it's a punch of flavor. It's a punch of sweetness.
What's interesting is it's not necessarily, it is syrupy, but it's not necessarily overly syrupy. But it's not like an Amberana where like that flavor is just completely taking over everything. It's there. It is almost like a cocktail whiskey
by itself.
By itself.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I can see a lot of people really liking this.
Yeah.
Particularly people who aren't like bourbon centric, I don't know, people who really treasure their bourbons and they treasure the rules that control them.
Right. There's a little bit of novelty to it as well, though.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like one of those that folks would just, so it's such a different thing.
The hard part for me is the spending $140 on something that's so heavily influenced.
Yeah.
That's a challenge. For
Although
me.
I do I start getting that little rye spice, like the second and third sip or the sweetness, I'm kind of getting used to it.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to pick up a little more. It's like a little cherry going on there.
I would enjoy this cocktail.
Yes.
I really would. I think I would. And if you're talking about a 750 and you're doing, 3-ounce cocktails, 2-ounce cocktails, 12 cocktails for $140, 10, 12, $15 cocktails.
Right.
I think you go old school with this and you put it in carbonated water or, do a highball with it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I would try that highball. I'm not a big highball guy, but that might be one to try.
Yeah.
Because I think the only other highball I ever tried was just like, I think it was something at Beam and it was just Beam and soda or like club soda, right?
Yeah.
And it was just club soda to me.
This is my favorite part about doing this research into Four Roses was that as the deeper you start getting into the mid 50s and 60s, you start reading about how people drank their whiskey then. And like Winston Churchill, we hear that Winston Churchill drank Johnny Walker Red for lunch every day. And you're like, oh, he must have been a lush. Well, no, actually what they do is they put a splash of Johnny Walker Red at the bottom of the glass and fill the rest of the glass with water. So he was just flavoring his water is what he was doing. And so when you start thinking about these distilleries creating very mild whiskeys, that's what they wanted. They wanted something that didn't have too much flavor. You wanted to have something that just would kind of, you could dilute and not feel bad about it.
Right.
And then it'd be very easy to drink and very refreshing without necessarily.
Well, Todd, we got a pretty decent sized bottle of that. What do you think? You think that'll be at the sample soiree on the 22nd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Some people need to try that one because it's very different.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we move on
Let's
to the
move on.
last one?
Yeah.
All right. This one's I'm kind of excited about. You picked this one up at a store. This is Big Fat. Nope, not Big Fat. It's Big Vat Liar. It's the first aged whiskey released from Potter Jane Distilling Company in Springfield, Kentucky, which was launched by industry veterans Denny Potter and Jane Bowie to playfully confess and apologize for previously vowing they would never source whiskey. So they are distilling there. Our good friend Doug Keller's been there, I think, a couple of times and tried some of their. I think they're probably the oldest they've got is maybe 2-year-old product. So this is a 6-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon, and it was vatted for 7 months in American and French oak cask from Independent Stave. Limited to about 1,200 bottles, and it hit the Kentucky market during Kentucky Bourbon Week, which was back in about mid-June, I believe is what that was.
About a month ago.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know what you paid for it, but it says MSRP is about $49.99.
$49. Yeah, I paid about $10 more than I got it at a small shop. So, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm intrigued.
Yeah. Looking
I
forward
am going to
it.
rinse that sweetness out of mine.
You need a little bit of water.
That is the tough part about that is it's also because it's heavy bodied, it sticks to your mouth.
I almost put it last. We're going proof because this is 109.4 or 2.
In the future, that one probably goes last.
With something finished, I'm like, it's going to kind of overshadow the unfinished stuff. But I was thinking it was going to be coming in a little light. Right. Obviously, no.
and these guys, they're a hoot. They're so much fun. They feed off of each other. Denny and Jane, and they sort of, I think our episode 273 they were on.
Okay.
And it's like it's a hoot. They pick at each other all the time.
Yeah.
And you look at this bottle and it's got a pair of on fire jeans on the
jeans.
front of it.
Big fat liar, pants on fire. Yeah.
It just makes sense. They're such fun people.
But I also recommend, if you get a chance, probably their Facebook page and their Instagram page. They came out with some really funny videos about where they said they would never source and release something that.
Liar, pants on fire.
That's right. Ooh.
Got a nice nose to it. It's a little subdued, like the.
I'm getting that French oak though.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit on the lighter side. It's a 7-year whiskey.
It said under 7, so
under 7. Okay.
Which
under 7 could be like 6 months, but no, this is not 6-month whiskey. This is well-aged whiskey.
Yeah, it's really light on the nose. It's
I'm just getting lots of vanilla.
Yeah, some kind of typical bourbon notes,
it's mostly the oak notes, I think, coming through, and they're just so subtle. Sometimes I'll take a little sip just so that when I go back with the nose, there's something to offset against.
Maybe a little bright citrus, just a little. All right, ready to sip.
Cheers. There's a little pop rocks going on there. Sweet sizzle candy on the sides of my tongue. I'm getting a little bit of dripping going on. That's always a good sign.
Yeah. Good mouthfeel, though.
Yeah.
It's nice and viscous.
Just a little heat on top. And the heat actually just stays on the top of the palate.
Yep.
Does not go, it's not a Kentucky hug kind of thing.
Nice.
What did you say the mash bill? Did they give a mash bill on this?
No mash bill. And she actually our friend Doug posted something about this bottle on the Bourbon Roadies page. And I was like, interesting. Wonder where it came from. And she gave, Jane Bowie commented that I'd have to look it up. It's something like, it's the key word was truly or something like that. Yeah. Okay. So I don't, yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit of that dark chocolate espresso that comes in on this.
Okay.
Nothing to me is really overly out front on it. It's one of those whiskeys that's just kind of a steady journey all the way through.
I said, I'm curious where they would source from, as there are quite a few options. And she said, Todd Ritter, we found a liquid we truly love.
Okay.
I know, but that's so vague. I'm like,
yeah,
truly. And truly is capitalized.
Truly. Oh, it's
Truly is all caps.
True story, but they're not. Weren't distilling. So
Truly love, truly. I don't know.
It's a mystery. We'll have to ask her.
Okay. Yeah.
Of course, they could be under the NDA. Yeah, right. Ask Cooper.
Cooper, look this up for us.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's a good bourbon. It's got a lot of really good notes to it. It's well balanced. It's kind of light on the nose. The palate comes across. It's got a little bit of sizzle when it comes in at first, but anytime the sides of my palate drip a little bit, I know it's exciting my palate, which is a good sign.
I must be craving coffee or something because for some reason I just get like coffee bean on
That's funny. I'm getting
finish.
like the fruits are still there, like an apple cobbler kind of thing. And that citrus that I was getting on the nose a little.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the nose, Todd. I do get a little bit of like an apple note to it.
Yeah. Solid pours though.
Yeah,
Solid
very
pour.
good.
And this is a good, there's an outlier in these four today, obviously. But these were, it was evenly matched.
I think it was.
Yeah.
It's very close. I'm not sure how this winter chicken dinner is going to come out.
I'm not either. Before we go, Drew, is there anything else that's coming up on your show that our listeners that listen to you as well should be?
On top of doing the reveal of the book, I'm also going to be working on a series called The Legends of Whiskey Lore. So the idea of this is I want to do little profiles of people who are in the industry historically that have mattered and tell their stories, but do it in a shorter form, maybe a 15-minute episode. Now I say do a 15-minute episode. Whiskey Lore was supposed to only be 15-minute episodes when I started, and they've somehow crawled up to 40 minutes sometimes in an episode because I just keep finding more stuff.
Right.
But I'm really going to try to stay disciplined on this and focus on really important people who I think are deserving of attention. And this all built out of the episode I did with Jerry, where we were talking about the Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Fame and the fact that there were people like E.H. Taylor and James C. Crowe that were not in the Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Fame. And how do you keep those legends out? And the issue is that usually they're going to go with people they know and people who they've had some closer experience with to be able. So a lot of the people that are in the Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Fame are more modern people,
Contemporary people.
yeah,
Right.
which is understandable. But I thought there are a lot of people in the whiskey industry. I mean, we're talking Irish whiskey, Scotch, American whiskey, and all the research that I've done. And I'm just trying to think, if I came up with a list of 10 people or 12 people, who would be the most impactful people in the history of whiskey? Let me do a profile on those to get started, and then maybe crowdsource after a while on Instagram and start nominating some people, who should be in this little Whiskey Lore Hall of Fame. Nice. And I'll do some profiles of them along the way.
It's so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little bit, I'm not sure.
Do you need extra of anything?
No, I think they're all very close in proof. They all bring something different to the mat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not sure what my order is. I think I know 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I'm not sure. And plus the whole thing with I don't know. Let's just go for it. And let's just do all 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you say? All right. Who wants I let off last time. It's your turn, Todd.
Oh, great. Throw it right in my lap. All right. My number 4 is going to be the Bardstown pineapple.
Okay.
It's interesting, worth a try. I'm not going to say it's not, because it's a very unique pour. And sometimes the unique pours are what draw me in and push them to number 1, but not this time. It's still too sweet for me.
Okay.
Too.
Okay.
So that's going to be my number 4.
See, this is a challenge for me because I have to try to figure out what my grading criteria is. Is it something that I would want to drink? That I could see a purpose at a point that I want to drink it, or one that I think it's a quality spirit and one that somebody should. And this time I'm just going to go with, if I were going to grab a bottle, from just what's in the glass, how would I rank them? I probably put the Potter Jane as the bottom one for me. And the only reason on that is because I wasn't getting probably as much of the experience out of it. It was very even all the way through. But there wasn't a complexity there to me to keep me really interested. It would be something that would be a great drink if I'm talking with friends and I want something that's just a really nice drinker that I can enjoy along the way. But I tend to want to find something that challenges me or gives me a comfort of some form if I'm drinking it when I'm just wanting to pay attention to a whiskey. So that would come in as my number 4.
Fair enough.
Yep.
So for me, so when I'm out beer drinking with Melody, and there's all these crazy like flavored beers and stuff, I don't touch them. Yeah, I'm not that guy, right? I like the tried and true, the Kolsch, the Marzen, whatever. I like to stick with the basics.
Not into the fruit smoothies, I think is what they call them.
So with that said, even though I kind of enjoyed the pineapple whiskey from Bardstown Bourbon Company, it would not be something I would reach for.
No.
So
I am intrigued. Like I said, I feel like you could make some really fun cocktails with that.
But the price kind of doesn't work out there.
Right.
So when you're looking at, I can make some cocktails with it, but my cocktails are going to be made at home at $15 a piece.
Right.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Yeah. For me, I love what they're doing. Keep doing it. Danny, you're doing a great job. Don't listen to Jim. Don't listen. Do what you're doing. It's fine. I think I really liked the honey from Green River.
Yeah.
Even though it was one of these kind of things where they poured honey in a barrel, right? I mean, but man, I put it in Arnold Palmer, a little bit of iced tea and lemonade. It's amazing. And at $40 a bottle,
yeah,
it was. Yeah, I can do that, right? Yeah. This is a little bit too high of a price. So it's my number 4.
All right. My number 3 is going to be the Potter Jane.
Okay.
Like you said, it's nice. I found it nicer than obviously the pineapple. Just not as expressive as I thought it might be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good solid pour. And at $49, that's not a bad price for that. So.
Yeah. Well, this was the challenge for me on the next one because, as I say, I was judging it by what was in the glass rather than by price. If I'm going to go by price, it's probably going to penalize my next one, which is the Bardstown Bourbon Company. The thing about that whiskey is that it's probably not something I'm going to grab when I'm in the mood for a whiskey. It's going to be something when I'm in the mood for a flavor. And so because I liked the flavor, I thought the flavor was great. I thought it had a really, I like mouthfeel. Yes, it's a slightly syrupy, but it's not overdone. So from that standpoint, I liked it. The $140 though for, this kind of goes to the, my guilty pleasure is apple pie moonshine from Old Smoky but I don't buy it. And the reason I don't buy it is because as soon as I buy a jar, it's the one thing I can't control myself on. And I will drink that whole dang jar of apple pie moonshine. So,
we're getting you for Christmas.
That's right. Yeah. So I could see, I'm a cheap date in that respect. The thing is on this one, I would feel guilty every time I was sipping out of it, wanting to drink it at any speed. Yet it's that kind of a drink that it would be something that I'd probably have a little bit, 3 or 4 of them in the evening.
Yeah.
Because once you taste that, it's kind of like the food chemists come up with a little sweet in whatever food they're making to make you crave it. That's what's going to happen with this. And that $140 is going to disappear very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be something a rock would tone down the sweetness if you let it sit for a little while, maybe.
Yeah.
It might
be interesting. Yeah. All right, Jim, what's your third?
Yeah, mine's going to be the Potter Jane. Okay. So, I kind of categorize that as crushable. I mean, it's a very drinkable bourbon and it's just, but it's 109 proof. the price is right.
Yeah.
But it's a little proofy for a crushable bourbon. It sort of checks all the boxes for a basic bourbon. It just didn't stand out. It didn't have that one note that just grabbed me. So yeah, I mean, would I buy another bottle? Probably.
Right.
$49.99. Not bad.
It's under that
good. It's
10
good
a year.
bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, I would highly suggest that our listeners go out and get a bottle of it. But it's not going to be anything that you're gonna like write a story about. It's not like it doesn't have that one tasting note that just jumps out at you. You're like, wow, it's well balanced.
Yeah.
It's good. But yeah.
All right. This is where I found some difficulty.
Okay.
But my number 2 is going to be the Hard Truth Double Oak.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Really liked it. Did have some dark, richer flavors, but I think today my first place just edged it. I mean, we're talking, like you're in horse racing country, so it was by a nose. It truly was. But
Yeah.
great offering. We've got a Mizunara finish, I think, still left, and maybe I can hook back up with Brian. So hopefully we can have them on the show. But it's going to be my number 2 today.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go with the McBrayer.
Okay.
McBrayer, mainly because there's complexity there. It's again one that maybe I just need to sit with a little bit longer and just relax with and do some study time with it and let it come to me. And it feels like that's there. I just my number 1 was a little bit more expressive, so I decided to go with this one for number 2.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to agree with you on this.
Oh, the tiebreaker. Okay.
Yeah, I am going to agree with you on this. I liked both of them, and they are very, very close to each other in terms of a difficult choice.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I think the McBrayer falls in the second place for me as well. I thought it was good. I didn't really get the red corn kind of
like
experience from it
corn
that I
funk,
thought I might.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I kind of like that. I like what you get from Bloody Butcher. I like what you get from Jimmy Red. They're very different, and I like them both in different ways.
Right.
But this one didn't. It was a great whiskey. It's worth every penny what they're asking for it, and I think you could go out and buy it now and be perfectly happy with the bottle. But it's my number 2.
Okay, so I'm the odd man out. That's McBrayer is my number 1. It was because he gave me the bottle, and but no, it's I really enjoyed it. I mean, I like the McBrayer line anyway. The judges that have been, I think I've gotten to just about every release, or at least tried every release, and it keeps following suit. I mean, it's just a good pour, and
Love what they did with the branding on it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so for the number 1, I mean, we don't have to announce it because we know what it is, right?
Yeah, your guy's number 1.
Our number 1, yeah.
Tag team on me. All right, Drew, you're no longer invited back.
Oh no.
Just kidding.
I think, Hard Truth puts out quality whiskey all the time. They've had some special releases that have been really, really good. They've had some I don't know. They just do their job very well.
Yeah.
I just think that they really do. And the sweet mash, it really does make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really does.
I think the big thing for me was that I know there's a craze about double oak these days. I don't like an overly oaky whiskey. And to me, there's a finesse here to be able to do 2 different barrels and not have it overwhelm the whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that all the complexity stayed in that whiskey, and nothing was really just taking over. So
I think we got the extra shot of wood sugars from that second barrel without the marshmallow. You even said, Todd, it was missing the marshmallow
that you
effect.
usually get.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And that, I think, was that balance they got from that second barrel, that toasted barrel. We just didn't get those extra char notes, those extra wooded notes that drove it a little too far, but we did get the sweetness. So it was a nice touch with that secondary barrel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hard to do sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also cool to see them their bourbons are starting to hit the shelf more. Like I said, their ryes are very, very special to
But all 4 whiskeys tonight, between 105 and 109 proof, all 4 really good. Nothing wrong with them. They're very different whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we had 2 that were like similar. We had maybe similar in scoring, maybe, but not similar in flavor profile.
Right.
They were all very different. So I think they're all worth picking up.
Yeah.
For different reasons. And
just know that for $140, that bottle's going to go pretty quick.
it is. That's
Maybe
true.
just put a straw in it.
Yeah, I mean,
you could.
It's that pineapple from Bardstown is very tasty.
Mhm.
And if you like sweet, like fruity whiskeys,
Yeah, that's a mood whiskey for sure.
man, and if your spouse likes it and would appreciate it, maybe pick it up. I mean, it's certainly going to get your attention when you drink it.
Mm.
Definitely.
No doubt about it. But it's a cocktail on its own.
Agreed. I think you nailed it.
All right. Well, I was going to combine them all, but that would be fruitless because we know it's going to take over.
No pun intended. Right?
No, we know it's going to take over.
Just a drop.
Yeah.
All right, Drew, we want to give you a chance to let the folks know where they can find you. So,
Okay. Well, best place, Whiskey Lore Podcast, or you can go to whiskeylore.org and find all my socials. Instagram is where I hang out the most. And also have my books at whiskeylore.org/Amazon. You can get straight to my Amazon page through there, and it's got all my books there. So that's about the size of it all.
yeah. And speaking of your books, I believe you've given us permission to allow the folks that sign up on our website to get a discount, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do Roadies 2026.
All right.
Release
You heard it right here.
2026. We got it. We'll set it up. No doubt.
Thank you for doing
Perfect.
that.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, your Traveling America book. I mean, it needs to be in the console of your car because
Yeah.
when you're out having a good time, you need to be able to reach for that bad boy. No doubt about it.
Plenty of distilleries all over this country and some very interesting
We're
ones.
always asking each other, I wonder if Drew's been to that one.
Right,
I wonder if he's been to that one.
Yeah, not as many as I'd love to say. I've been to 400 of them, so you would think I've been to quite a number. But
That's just here in America?
you do 60. Well, no, that's here and overseas.
Okay.
So when you talk about 60 in Kentucky, or probably 50 in Kentucky that I've been to, and 40 in Tennessee, that's already taken out a big sizable
That's
chunk.
Yeah.
About
And then
25%.
50 in Ireland. So add that on.
Right.
Yeah, it adds up quickly.
All right. Well, it's always a pleasure to have you on. I mean, we need to do it more often. You're just a great guy to have on the show. We really appreciate it. And yeah, listeners, definitely check out the Whiskey Lore podcast. Drew's going to be releasing these episodes as he's writing his book. That's going to be a fun journey to be on. So
Yeah. Especially if you're a history nut, because I always like to throw some, outside of whiskey history to tie things in. So,
all right.
yeah.
All right. Well, you can find the Bourbon Road everywhere out there, but the main place we like to send you to is the bourbonroad.com. That's our new website. It's got everything you want to track the Bourbon Road podcast. It's got all of our episodes are on there. Our tasting notes are on there. The Bourbon Road Bar is on there. It's a great place to hang out. We even let you write your own tasting notes. So you can have your own journal on there where you keep track of your whiskeys and you can share those out to the world. So it's a great place to be. Make sure you drop in and sign up on thebourbonroad.com. There's no charge. I mean, it's free. We just want you to be part of the Roadie group and hang out with us. When you get in there, we've got Cooper. He's our on-site bartender, and he hangs out and talks to the guests.
And I thought I might add, I mean, we can actually do the math and figure out, you could type in Drew Hannush and figure out how many episodes he's truly been, if this is the 6th or the 5th. But I'm pretty sure it is the 6th. I think we made him do the second half intro.
How are you going to bring him on again? I mean, come on, guys.
But that's a really cool thing. I mean, you can do that. Search engine is so cool. You can type in Maker's Mark and it'll bring everything we've ever reviewed at Maker's Mark, and you can go straight to that review and things like that. Is
Great.
Jim made magic.
All right. Well, we've got over 1,360 reviews on there now. After the show, there'll be 4 more. So anyway, yeah, when you find a review on there of a whiskey you're interested in, it's quick to search it out. And not only do we give you our tasting notes and our results from the review, but you can also click on the listen button and you can hear the 15 or 20 seconds or 30 seconds of the review that we do on the show. So you'll get to hear us talk about it as we're drinking it. So pretty cool to be able to do that. But yeah, we'd love you to come in and hang out, join up, come into our chat room, talk with us, hang out, make some posts. It's a great thing. We only had about, we had like 3,000. We still have about 3,000 people on our Facebook page.
On Bourbon Roadies, yeah.
On the Bourbon Roadies
3,100 or so.
The problem is only about half our roadies actually do Facebook. So not everybody is Facebook people, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So we created the website so it's everybody. Everybody can come there. And you come in and you hang out and you talk with us.
No ads.
No ads. and and there's also no rules. We can do what we want.
Right.
Nice.
So
yeah, we actually have a giveaway going on, which will probably be over by the time this airs, but we're doing giveaways, some fun giveaways. We've got a book by Clay Risen that you donated that will be given away soon. So come join, win things, be part.
We'd love to have you there. Every week, Todd and I put on an episode on Wednesday. We hope you scroll to the top of that app you're on, hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss it. You get that notification. You can put on your headphones. You can join us for a fun hour of drinking whiskey, laughing, and having a good time with great guests like Drew. But until the next time, we will see you down the Bourbon Road.
On the Bourbon Road, where the good times roll, passing bottles like a piece of soul. Every pour's a memory, every sip a spark, lighting up the night in the Kentucky dark. Yeah, we laugh too loud, let the worries go, find a little truth in the afterglow. Ain't no man, just the ties we've sown on the long winding Bourbon Road. Here's to the nights that turned into dawn, to the friends who stayed when the rest moved on, to the clink of glass and the stories spun, and the quiet peace when the night is done. On a Bourbon Road, we ain't alone. Every mile's marked by the love we've known, from barrel to bottle to the hearts we hold. There's a fire that never gets old, so pour it up, let the moment slow. A little bit of life in every glow. Yeah, forever we'll call this home, on the long winding Bourbon Road.